Hello guys, welcome back. So we are now ready for round 2 of the mixed tournament this Saturday, and we're going to be looking at Team Ebby versus Team Family Show. Give me some thoughts, bro.
Well, Team Ebby, I'd say, are looking pretty good at the moment. Philo and Smitty J, I think, are pretty good players. Past that, I don't think I've really heard of many of them. Family Show got Looney, I've definitely seen him play before. And I think Misty, I've also seen. Potentially not looking as good, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a few names we haven't seen before, and hopefully that's going to make it a little bit more interesting. You know, get a bit of randomness coming into this.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with mixed tournaments. It's quite hard to call who's going to win before because you do see a lot of new faces every week.
Which is great, and we'd love to get new people in, new names, new faces, and new characters, and hopefully some new skill. But you never know.
No, it's absolutely brilliant. It's what we're looking for. As many people as possible to sign up, and then we'll just obviously first come first serve, but we'll try and get as many people through the system as we can in the following weeks.
Yeah, and this is my first time casting with you, Brod.
I think it actually is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Are you?
Rather.
Rather good. You know, that's better than not at all. You know. So yeah, just sitting in the warm up now, waiting for those players to connect and ready up, and then we should be getting into this. Fix this server, please. Official Misty CS tweet at James Bardolph. All right, we are not in control. This is Face It servers, so Face It servers are terrible. That is no, they're not. They're great. Face It servers are the best.
Face It servers are good. I think it's just if you're playing at peak times on particularly busy days, obviously this being the weekend, you can sometimes get some lag issues.
Yeah, but then, you know,
we're working with what we have.
The servers are going to take about 5 to 10 minutes to warm themselves up, and once we get through that, we are going to be, you know, seeing a little bit better, less choke and less lag, hopefully.
I think we saw the same thing happen on the last server we were casting on, actually.
Yeah, at the beginning it was a little bit laggy, and the chat obviously reflected that, but hopefully coming into this one, it, you know, should be a little bit better. Now we are going to see a few names here. Flakes, we've seen before. Looney and Misty, we've seen before. We know they're definitely strong players. Flakes was the top frag of the pre-made yesterday, so he's definitely proven a name for himself.
Yeah, no. I think Looney's played in, I think all, but if not all, then definitely a large majority of the tournaments we've hosted for mixers up until this point. I've seen that face a lot. That beautiful, beautiful picture.
And just to just to confirm, it is mostly because the Face It servers are quite busy today. We've got the minor qualifiers in and the Germany DreamHack. So yeah, we are going to be looking at a little bit of lag just because of the high volume of usage. I think we're on slightly less priority, but hey, it's all right.
I don't know why we'd be the lower priority, you know.
No, this is the biggest. This is the biggest competition going on at the moment, I think.
I reckon we're bigger than DreamHack Leipzig.
Yeah, and DreamHack, what? Never heard of it, mate.
Isn't it Leipzig, mate?
Never heard of it. All I've heard of is JGL. That's what I know.
Well, honestly, not even joking, I don't even know where Leipzig is, so...
I think it's in Germany.
Yeah, that's a big place.
And guess who's going to Germany soon, Rod?
That'd be you and Rafi.
That would be me and Kermit. ESL 1 clone, let's hit that up. Get some love for the ESL going down.
Not a sponsor, just hopefully somebody to hire us in the future to put on their events, you know?
ESL, at me. At Herald CSGO, hit me up.
No, so what are your thoughts on seeing Dust 2 come up today?
I am a big fan of Dust 2. You know, it is it's just that perfect map, isn't it? You know, it's got all the parts that you need to get a great bit of CS, but as the meta develops, it does become a little bit stale. But you know,
I'd actually say that as far as I can understand it, Dust 2 is actually quite a nice, well, quite a nice showing, I think, of how the meta doesn't really become too stale over a long period of time, because you still see some innovation even on such an old map. I think it was TSM who started doing some sort of strange tactics where they would stack sites but in a calculated manner on this map.
Yeah, I think it's slightly trying to rewrite the Bible, isn't it? Trying to come up with new maps for Dust 2, as it is a religious point. You know, who doesn't love a bit of Dust? Is that me?
I can tell you who does love a bit of dust. Casual Russians at 2 in the morning on Valve
They're not
servers.
So it looks like the server may be a little bit laggy right now. So hopefully this can be sorted out as the game progresses. If the game progresses at all, that is, Mr. Broad.
I mean, still missing one player, so we can only hope at this point.
I think he has actually disconnected in anger.
Brilliant. It's always nice to see people getting angry this early on in a game, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's... I don't think the server's that bad. I mean, it's, 128 tick. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more laggy than your average 64 piece of server.
I don't know. Honestly, I'd rather play on a good 64 tick than a bad 128 tick. Given the
there's
choice.
no doubt about it. Knife only in lag, says Mr. Misty. Yes. Yes. Yeah, so it is going to take about 5 to 10 minutes after the knife round goes on for that lag to go away, which isn't ideal, but it's better than being laggy the whole game. So,
yeah, no,
hopefully...
we did see it sort itself out in the last game, and people gradually stopped complaining about it. So we know it will get better. It's just a matter of when, and I think that might be why warm-up's going on so long. I think they're trying to see if they can get the server remedied before they actually have to start playing rounds.
Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be nice. You can just see in CT spawn, look at all those pistols on the ground. My lord. My lord. And they're running out of money as well, so they can't buy any more guns. They're going to have to fight with pistols now. Well, economy management.
But yeah, no, I don't know really what we can say about these two teams. I think we've seen, you were talking about, we've seen one of the players on T side yesterday, Flakes, if I'm not mistaken, top frag the entire pre-made.
Yeah. Well, he was the top frag of the finals, yeah. It's by final best of 3 for his team. Not for the whole final, just for his team. Nerve Gaming, who came second yesterday and won themselves 2,000 FACEIT points.
Yeah, no, obviously, I think Clarted beat them yesterday.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Clarted UK took home the lion's share of 5,000 FACEIT points and an invitation to the JGL League, which is going to be coming up later this year, hopefully in a few months. So they're going to have an invitation for that straight away, with nothing else needing to be done. But hopefully we're going to see one missing player here on the CT side. That's not what we want.
Hopefully, if he gets here soon, he can join in, but I'm not sure if we can restart the servers this week because we do not have our FACEIT admin present.
Looks like they're just going to have to go with 4 for now. Not quite sure what's happened. Hopefully he's going to be getting back in, but we are going to be getting into this knife round now. We're going to see quite a few of the old default knives. Not, the best thing when you want to be winning these knife rounds. Rod, take it away.
I do not have a clue how to cast a knife round. We're going to see... Oh, we're just going to see them chasing each other around. Flake's actually getting a bit scared, knifing his teammate Misty. I think the T is just trying to even it up a little bit, making it into a 3v3, and that might have backfired for them, as it does now look like there is a chance of them losing. Misty got 2 1-clicks on his hands, but it's all about that timing, isn't it? There's a good chance he might not be able to get them.
It absolutely is, and all the CTs need to do here is stay alive if they want to win this pistol round. It should not be difficult for them at all. With the overlap, all they're going to do, go in, and they're going to get that kill. Missy's going to go down, and it looks like Team Ebby, they're going to be choosing where they start, and their 5th player has arrived. Good to see. Welcome back, Polof Meister. Happy, happy.
The thing with us too is that knife round isn't as crucial as it could be on other maps. Obviously, everybody comfortable with both sides, and I'd say the most even map in the game for sure in terms of T and CT rounds.
Yeah, I think as it goes with the development meta on this map, that is probably the most even that you're going to find, but having the start that you want, the preferred side, is always going to be that psychological advantage, which we know can mean a lot going into this.
And that we're going to see Team Ebby choose to stay on CT side for the start of the round.
Yeah, I think a wise decision. Just sit back, let the T's come to them, and they don't have to worry too much about what they're going to do straight away. Take that strain off them. But that's going to be one quick kill from Meister. He's going to get one man down mid. That's Misty going down. The B play looks like it's going to be coming out. Hex going away at the wrong point. That's going to be Looney going down to King, and the shots are being exchanged. Wire trades back. King goes down, and Hex another one at the door. He's going to hit the ground. One more coming out from Empathy. He's going to take down Meister. That's going to put this into a 3v2 situation. The CT's here looking what can they do to get their way back into this round. They're going to push up slope. But at this point, it could be a little bit late. The bomb goes down, and those T's have a good grasp on that site. Here comes the man, Smitty J, pushing through that upper bar. He's going to get taken down by YR, and just one man left now. He has it all to do, and he's going to get spotted. Flake's taking him down. That's going to take a pistol round for Team Family Show.
Honestly, I'd say that there's a bit of a spotty around there from the CTs. Once they've given up the site, it just did not look good for them. I don't think a single defuse kit got picked up, so they didn't really have much of a chance to take that back, even if they had have managed to get a couple more kills than they did. As it happens, we're going to just see upgraded pistols, nades coming out from them. Actually, 4 nades, which suggests they might be trying to get something done with it. And you're going to see just that happen as they stack upper tunnels with a couple of nades, and I think Long with the same. You're going to see them on that aggressive push. King and Hex being taken out by Looney, though. ERF managing to get one back, but not able to do much, and it does look like the bomb will be heading towards B. Meister trying to make something work from CT, but unable to in the end. And that's going to be Flakes on the site, getting the bomb down, with just Smitty and ERF left. Smitty trying to get something done down in lower tunnels, but Hizzy going to make it happen, taking him down, leaving ERF with a scout. He's going to pick up that first shot on Hizzy, but now they know where he is, and they should both be completely ready for his peak. 17 points of health, it's not looking likely. The jump from Flakes almost gave him a shot, but he's not going to manage to make it, and Family Show are going to pick up the anti-eco, losing a lot of players in the process, which isn't ideal, but keeping themselves firmly in the lead.
Nice bit of work there coming out from ERF, getting themselves 3 kills, and definitely putting a bit of a strain on that T economy. Going into these next round, that's going to be really important if they want to win the first rifle round. That could potentially force Family Show onto the eco, or even a force buy, which could potentially put their economical situation at risk.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, at this point, I think the choice to stick with a MAC-10, an MP7, and a Scout is probably fairly smart, looking at the way their money's going, with Hizzy and Misty both very, very low on that cash.
Yeah, and we're going to see the result of that later, but we have the push here coming in. ERF standing large and in charge. He has that deagle. That's his first shot rattling off. He's going to take down Hizzy, and that is not going to be the start that they wanted coming onto this site. They are going to continue to push, but the flank's coming in. Hex comes in to see if he can find anything, but YR from that lower position is going to take him down, and looks like the rotate may be coming in, but it's being called out here. Meister knows he's going to take his head clean off. That puts it into a 4v3 situation here. The T's not as clean cut as it potentially could have been, and ERF still with that eagle. He's ready for them. That's one. For the second, he's going to get Molotov that position. He's going to look for another one. That's 2. Could he get a third here from that position? This is absolutely huge work from ERF, standing large and in charge. He's going to get scouted down, but really good work nonetheless. King, the last man now in a 1v2 situation. He has no advantages, but he has faith. Nothing to lose here. He's going to go towards that short area. He's found himself a deagle. Can he put it to good use? That's the question.
I mean, honestly, he's going to try and get this retake going, but it's not looking good for him. A Scout and an AK, he's on 58 health with no armor. I mean, it says something about the round, the fact that the T's actually managed to get it this far. Anyway, because I think the bomb was dropped in quite an open position early on in the round, but ERF let them just get past. King going to pop out, try and take a couple of shots, but YR going to rip his head off to finish it out. Family Show picking up their 3rd round in a row and keeping that advantage going into the first rifle round.
But as we're going to see now, the economy for the T's not looking good at all, having to buy up those rifles. If they lose this round, they could potentially be staring a force buy or an eco in the face. And Meister, he is going to start that chain. He takes down Looney in the mid, and that's going to be their AWP out of the T's hands unless they can recover it quite quickly. Meister. And he's ready, but he is going to get taken down by YR. That AWP proving too strong.
It's just that needless aggression you saw come out from him there, just carrying on peeking sort of a dangerous angle, trying to see if he could get maybe another couple of kills to put his team at an even bigger advantage. Ends up backfiring, as you might expect. Hex is going to be playing this short position, though. He knows they're both there. He can hear Misty throwing her nades, or his nades, sorry, and he is just going to creep out, checking angles, and he's going to be right behind them. They're not going to be expecting this one. Flakes, I think, actually watching CT, but not sure he's going to be there. Doesn't matter. He's going to manage to pick up the headshot regardless. King holding off on B side, picks up 2 before Flakes picks him up in return. ERF have taken out Flakes, though, to keep their hold on that B site. You're going to actually see YR with the bomb still in tunnel, looking to get that rotate into A, which is a clear site at this point. So that might be looking for the right idea here. Midi, I think, might have cottoned onto this as a possibility, and he is going to push down towards those mid doors. Maybe just listening more than anything. YR's going to fail to make any noise, but I think Smitty... Actually, I don't think Smitty saw him there. Shot going off just as a pre-fire, and now they'll know. The smoke from out on short has just given it away, and YR is going to manage that bomb plant in a 1v2 with an AWP. It'll be interesting to see what he can get done.
Yeah, he's got that bomb down, and he has that AWP. If he can just catch a glimpse of Smitty's head here, he could take it off, but no. He's going to get dinked in return for his troubles, and he's going to go down to ERF. He's going to return that lead to them. And finally, we're going to see Team Ebby on the scoreboard. And the economy for the T's is not looking good. This round could be a flaky one. Good fun.
I mean, you can see 3 of the T's able to do at least something in this round. As I say that, you're actually going to see a full force play come out here with YR picking up that AWP once more, even on the economic situation they were. And that's going to be awful for Hizzy and Misty, leaving them both just playing with those pistols. Not really what you're wanting at this point in the game, but hey, it's better than nothing.
And the AWP is going to be taken out of their hands as well. That's YR going down on the long doors, and Hex taking a bit of an audacious push there. He's going to have backup from his teammate. Polofmeister, but the timing just not on his side. Is he at the top of mid there, trying to get that refrag, but it's not going to happen. Polofmeister putting it into a 3v5 situation, and the CTs have all the advantages here. All they have to do is sit back and wait for those T's to come to them, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
An absolutely beautiful nade there onto Hex, actually, straight through the doors. Dunk nade, and I think Hex is actually the one getting a bit aggressive in mid. Up by Xbox right now. And I don't think he knows how close he is to them. He's going to spot out his teammate, and they know they've gone short at this point. It's just about that.
There we go. That's the round.
Beautiful job there from Smitty, just holding the T's off. Well, just holding the T's off just long enough to get that flank in and actually secured in the round. And they're going to be working to get this back into their favour. The T's, I think, actually being forced onto an eco this round. P250's brought up, but really not able to do much more than that.
Yeah, going to be looking at a quasi-buy here, trying to get them half-buy into the next round so they can at least try and put up a bit of a fight. But a quick push down short is going to prove difficult as Polofmeister takes out Misty with that ABP. They have given up the B site here, hoping to go for that retake. No need to take those close angles against those pistols. And the bomb not even allowed to go down. The last man, that'll be Flakes as he hits the floor.
I mean, Polofmeister just been doing so much with that AWP in mid, just completely denying the T's any access he didn't want them to have. You can see that round, I think it was Misty just gets spotted out pushing that mid position. Polofmeister straight in there, one shot, gone.
Indeed, and looking at a bit of a spotty buy here for the T's. They're not going to have quite as much equipment as they potentially could have wanted. And the 3-man push coming out onto long, that's going to secure them that real estate. And the T's, they're going to be left sitting back. I'm wondering what on earth they can do. Smoked out of B. T's licking their wounds here, wondering where they can go.
A bit of a ballsy play actually coming in from Polofmeister there in mid, peeking all the way up to Xbox, trying to get a shot into lower, not managing to secure anything for his side, and only losing 34 points of health from himself, but still not necessarily what he's looking for. He's given his position away, and I think they know there's quite a few players on that A site, so they might. It does look like they are going to be pushing B here. Here's he looking for that frag, going to find King. Looney finding Polofmeister in mid also. Completely cutting off rotations at this point in the round. It does look like they will be getting B site and the bomb down.
Absolutely, and with a 3.5 to 3-man advantage, I say half because he's only got 1 HP, and if those nades rain in, that could do some damage. Here we go. That's going to be the nade. Hex takes him down. Doesn't even need to fire a shot for Flakes. He's going to trade it back out. That's a 3-on-2 situation. Looking at that window, he's going to take another man down. Flakes unstoppable in that site. And there's only 1 man left to contend with Smitty J. The fate of his team rests in his hands, and he's going to go down to YR. It's going to be the 4th round, getting their way back into this game.
Honestly, I think that just comes down to positioning from the CTs that round. Seeing, I think, was it Hex, King, and ERF? No, sorry. I don't know. ERF, I think, definitely Hex, and Smitty J maybe playing that A site. 3-man with Polofmeister sitting mid, just leaving B site with 1 player to guard it, only on a FAMAS, just couldn't hit the shots in the end. Ended up costing them dearly.
Indeed it did. And Hizzy there, challenging onto a 3-man push down long. He's not going to get anything out of it. except a slap in the face. But YR, he has something else to say. He's going to take the head straight off ERF and Smitty J. That's going to leave the CTs without an A site. If they want back into this one, they may have to put their economy at risk. Izzy dropping down his CT. What a shot onto Polofmeister. That's going to even the odds out. And the CTs now, they know exactly what they need to do. Get out of there, save those weapons, and do not give their lives away. Hex here, maybe looking for a bit of a peek, but this retake could potentially be gone. King's going to get one. That's Looney going down. But if there's any more for him, he will need to fight for it. And there we go. That's going to be one frag onto YR. Looking a little bit more likely, but still challenging the impossible. King, 19 HP. He needs to save this weapon.
And yeah, the time's not there anymore. I think he knows he needs to save, and he's just going to see if he can get one more on that, as Misty does look to be coming into his crosshair very soon. Going to drop into safety in the end, though. Not really willing to give up the weapon, and Misty knew he was there, just not able to finish off before the round went, well, before the round fully ended and they all went back to their spawns. Again, just the T's, I think, just hitting the shots there on that A site slightly better than the CTs were able to, and that just leading to that sort of thing. And you can actually see a positional change coming in from the CTs with King playing mid solo, and I think Polofmeister holding down that B site with his AWP.
Yeah, just playing as that AWP anchor, and Misty's going to hear this push. He's going to take down one, switch to his pistol. He's going to take down the second man. That's that push stopped firmly in its tracks, and the T's, if they needed any more advantages, they just got it. That's going to be the CTs losing the advantage of men. And now, if Polofmeister doesn't get quite a few frags here, but he's going to have a handful. That's 2 men down, and the T's are on very low HP. If the CTs go for this, they could potentially be looking at a round off an eco.
All 3 legged, but ERF trapped into that A site by Misty, leaving everything to do for King here. And it's just not going to happen for him. YR holding that long angle with the AWP. Just giving him absolutely nothing to work with. Obviously the P250 at long range not going to be advantageous in that situation.
That is going to be the 6th round on the board for FamilyShow. Looking good for them. But none of them have been particularly clear-cut. This is coming absolutely down to the line here. And a very close shot there. King put down to 37 HP through the door. That's not going to be what he's wanting in the beginning of this round.
I'm actually going to see mid control given up almost entirely by the CTs at this point, just playing 3A, 2B, and the T's are going to take complete advantage of that, pushing out fast. Misty out first, not able to find any kills, but lots of damage done. As I say, that Hex goes down to Hizzy. The T's going to sort of stall there a little bit, not really willing to push any further until they can get something done, and Flakes gives them just that advantage, taking down Smitty J on that A site. They are going to have complete control of the site now and bomb down. With only 2 CTs left, the retake not looking likely, and even less likely as YR picks up ERF, and that is down to 1. King, the only left alive, looking to make something happen.
Indeed, and I've just got a message through from Looney, the FamilyShow player. He asks me, is this server from the 1960s? Absolutely not. This is hosted on a laptop in the middle of Ukraine. But here come the frags. King, once again, left all on his own to try and clutch some of these rounds. Is not looking good for him.
I mean, that's just going to be it, isn't it? King's just going to be saving there on B site. None of the T's really willing to hunt for him, either down to the fact that they've got no health or no time. Economy not looking to be a factor in this decision. But it does mean that the CTs are going to have 1 rifle going into this next round.
Absolutely, and 3-7. They are going to see the pause coming out here. Team Ebby not particularly happy with this server. But maybe they can be happy with the 3 rounds that they have. And 3 very good rounds indeed. Shutting those T's down, but it's just not enough at this point. Brod, what do you think they need to do to get their way back into this?
Honestly, I think it might just be... the fact they keep dedicating that 3-man long push at the beginning of the round. Every round, they do not seem willing to give up on it, and it's not worked for them once. The T's don't look to be playing a fast long very much within this game at all, and tend to work more on mid-control or control of the B tunnels. So it might be worth looking into filling that more. I mean, we saw Polofmeister doing absolute work at the beginning of this game with that open mid, and I think that was doing them well. I mean, we saw them get a couple of rounds after the 3 pistol and eco rounds, and they won 2 of those, I think, with 5 players left alive. So maybe switch back to what they were doing there and see if they can get anything done.
Yeah, indeed. But at this point, they need to do something, don't they? I think I'd quite like to see a double AWP setup come out here, to be honest, but the economy is not looking strong enough, and they don't have the rounds to play with at this point. 3-7, there's only 4 rounds left of this half, I think, if I can do maths.
I mean, the T's seem to want to oblige to your wishes, actually. I'm going to see the double AWP come out on them. YR and Looney picking up one apiece. Flakes not bought yet. I'm assuming that's going to be an AK scene. Hizzy and Misty just going for normal things. The CTs are just looking awful at this point. I mean, it's 3-7 now, but we should be expecting it to go to 3-8, really, and after that, they do not have rounds left.
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of a quasi-buy coming out here for the CTs, hoping to get back into this round, but once again, King lit straight down into just 36 HP. That is a sight he's seen before and doesn't want to see again. The B-Rush is going to come out. King staying large and in charge. He's going to get one, but that low HP is going to hurt him. He's going to go straight down, and Flakes once again on the flank. He's going to get those 2 men. Hex and Smitty J licking their wounds. Polofmeister is going to be the next to fall. The bomb goes down in a 4 versus 1 situation. ERF, I do not fancy your chances, and neither does Hizzy. He's going to take your head off. That's going to be the 8th round on the board, as you said.
That's exactly what I was talking about as well. I mean, you saw that 3-man long push come out, and far from putting aggression long early round, the T's are choosing instead to hold it passive and just wait for the CTs to do something stupid. Wait for them to make that play that they shouldn't. Hope that works out for them.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at this 12th round now. The CTs really need to do something with this if they want to get their way back into this round. And that nade is going to do the trick. That is quite a bit of HP off those players.
But, I mean, the CT's still not really having any, I don't know, any movable advantage at this point. Nothing really to work with past a bit of health off the players. They don't have much knowledge on positions. They don't have much knowledge of guns. They're just sort of waiting. But we are going to see Poloff in mid pick up Hizzy. Looney with the quick refrag. YR onto King also giving the T's a quick advantage into this round in a 4v3 system. ERF not happy with that though. Takes 2. Misty and Looney both going down, making it a 2v3 for the T's here. Flakes is going to see if he can get any turn, and he will. ERF going down almost immediately. Smitty J, is he going to spot him? He almost doesn't, but Flakes managing to spray that headshot. And that's just Hex left now in mid. Looking worried. You're going to see YR with that AWP locking down long, and that's exactly where Hex is going to go. You'd wish he'd stay there.
Doesn't look likely, however. He wants this retake. He knows that his team needs these rounds. And he is going to go for this. Just peeking out. He is taking this so cautiously. He knows that any wrong move could mean the end of this. And Flakes is staring his position down. Will he expect him? Yes, he will. And the man on car, it's unlikely. YR's going to take it down and close out the round. That's the 9th round on the board for the family show. And it is not looking good for Team Ebby.
And realistically, the best they can look at now is 9-6, which is still not great on Dust 2. I mean, a 10-5 is workable, but anything less than that, it will be almost certainly GG at that point. And we're going to see another quasi-buy coming out from the CTs here. Pistols bought up by all, but no armor, and only a few nades.
Yeah, and actually, once again, the rush comes out. That's going to be a missed shot there from YR, and it is going to cost him dearly. He's going to lose his mate, and he's going to lose his life. Polofmeister taking no prisoners. What a perfect flash coming out there. That's going to be the bomb as well. However, still on a 3v3 situation. The equipment favours those T's until Polofmeister puts a bullet straight in the back of Flakes. Back into a 3v2 situation here. And that bomb is not where they want it. Hizzy waiting for that flank. He expects King. He knows he's coming. Will King expect him?
I mean, that's just got to be depressing for the T's there. Managing to lose so many players off the back of one shot missed, and Polofmeister's absolute prowess with the AWP. As I say that, Looney going to show that he is better with a rifle still, picking up that headshot onto back flat and securing sight for the T's at this point. Is he going to come straight in? He's going to smoke the door and ensure they can actually get this bomb down, and Smitty J going to not be looking particularly happy at this development.
Yeah, Smitty J just spamming through those doors. There is very little he can do at this point. A very nice eco here off the back of Polofmeister, but if they can convert this to a round, I would be very surprised. Smitty, save that weapon. You're going to need it more in the next round, but no, you're going to go down to Hizzy, and that is going to be the 10th round on the board for Family Show. Only 3 rounds for Team Ebby. This is not looking good at all.
Not at all. I mean, with the T's still, you know, 3 players, I think 4 players, maybe even over 10k it's not looking good for Team Envy. And actually, FamilyShow, you're going to see pick up a Negev on Misty this round, so maybe a little bit of BM. But with Team Envy going for a quadruple AWP, maybe that's running both ways at this point.
Yeah, I did say I'd like to see a double AWP setup, but the quadruple AWP, that is something I have not seen since the major, and it may not pay off here. Polofmeister is going to go down to those superior rifles at the close range, and Hex smoked out. There is very little he can do. No choke points he can get through at this point. T's are all over this site. They're going to see that man coming in from the back. Smitty J's going to take one man down, but he's going to go down himself as well. A 3v2 situation here. DTs need to get a very quick frag if they want back into this round, and that is exactly what they're going to try and do. ERF has that AVP. He's going to look to the back of sight. He's going to see one man, but he hears King, and he's ready. He takes that shot. That's a 1v2 now. ERF may have made one shot, but he's going to need to make two more if he wants this, and with only 8 HP, he's going to go down to YR, and that's going to be the 11th round on the board. Not looking good here for Team Ebby.
And honestly, I think as much as the AWPs weren't necessarily a good choice in terms of weapons, they did illustrate perfectly the problems that we've been seeing from the CTs round after round in this game. In the sense that once the site was taken, I mean, they did only leave one person there on that B site. Once the site got lost, they just couldn't get the retake done. And that's happened time after time, and has not been looking good. We're actually going to see 5 snipers come out from the T side here. 3 of which are auto snipers, so you're going to see a hell of a lot of spamming coming through mid doors, but not a single tag actually working.
What was that word you used at the beginning of the last round? I believe it was BM. I believe that to be the definition of BM, but looks like King with a very sneaky position here. He's found his way behind that T player, Misty, and he's going to take the knife. What a way to shove those auto snipers back in their face, and he's going to pick up that auto sniper as well, and he is just going to fall back. That is going to put it into a 4v5 situation here, favouring that CT side. We've seen this so many times.
I mean, honestly, I feel bad for King in that situation, actually. I don't feel bad for Polofmeister throwing a flash, managing to find 3 with it, unable to convert the kills. Probably more down to his gun than anything. Hex managing to put in some work on Hizzy, but Flakes reclaiming that for them also. Even with the auto snipers brought up, the Tech 9 is such a powerful weapon as a secondary that they can still get frags done at that close range.
And the CTs, they're conceding that B site, not knowing what a mistake they've made. If King can make this shot, he is going to make it. He's going to take Flakes down to the 5 HP and put him into a 1v2 situation here. He is going to be able to put the bomb down, and he has that site to himself.
And Smitty's going to come straight through, spotting him out and taking him down. And that's going to be the 4th round and the end of the half for Team Ebby.
Yeah, not the best scoreline that they want to be looking at here. Although they are going to take that last round. Hopefully that's going to be some morale carried over into the next half. But it is not looking good.
I mean, this is where you hear Dust 2's a T-sided map, and as it might be, I don't think... Well, it might as well be... It might as well be very T-sided at this point. I mean, it's looking more like a Nuke scoreline than a Dust 2 scoreline. And Team Ebby are going to have a hell of an uphill battle here. If losing the pistol round, it might well end up going to match point, or at least close to, straight off the bat.
Yeah, this pistol round is going to spell the rest of this game. And it looks like the A execute is going to be coming out. Bit of a failed flash there coming out from ERF. Perhaps it was a decoy. But he's not going to see the back of that man, YR. But at least his teammate will. Keeping his eyes peeled. Looney there on the cross. He's going to be looking for some heads, and he's going to get his own taken off. And that man on long. Misty goes down as well. This is the start that Team Ebby needed. They're going to find Flakes as well, but Flakes has something different to say. He's going to take their head off one man. But King answers straight back and takes another man down. Smitty J ready to get that kill. King, he takes no prisoners. Here comes the knife, and he's going to take down Flakes to finish that round. That could mean the AWP coming into the next round. That is BM.
I mean, as well as the economic advantage, obviously, from that knife, King decided to go for it at the end there. That's also going to be an advantage in morale as well. I mean, as you were saying, the morale carried over from that last round that they managed to secure on their CT side, straight into that pistol round, giving them a fighting chance at the beginning of this. And Polofmeister with the scout picking up Flakes, that's going to make them feel even better. And as they're already rushing the B site, they know it's going to only have one player there at the moment. And I would be sorely surprised if they couldn't secure the site. ERF actually taking down a teammate, but they still have B site secured. And now it's just going to be about holding it. Looney going to spot out ERF there at window, but not able to make any shots happen. Eating a bit of that nade damage, but still fairly healthy you're gonna have YR in tunnels, just waiting for Polarmeister. Actually, he seemed to know where he was, but as he reloads, you are going to see King come in with the FAMAS and take him out. Misty already dropped. Looney, the last left alive, picks up one, but can't make it happen. ERF with the MAC-10 is just too strong.
And that is going to be the 6th round on the board for Team Ebby. A much-needed round coming in here. And if they want to continue their comeback into this game, they're going to need to wait out for that first weapon round. Obviously, Team FamilyShow here on a full save, making sure they have that economy coming into the last.
And that's actually where you see sort of an interesting thing come out here. Hex has bought an AWP, which, looking at the CT's economy, is not necessarily the smartest choice, because if they do manage to get up close and get those frags, he's going to be completely screwed. King, sorry, looking absolutely screwed there, just getting slightly impatient. I think even only looking for a USP, and just going to get absolutely dropped by YR there.
And again, a little bit greedy. The silencer on the end of that gun of his, he is going to be spotted. ERF's going to take him down, and Polarmeister with another onto Looney. That's going to put these odds firmly in their favour. YR the last man now with that FAMAS he managed to pick up off King. And the B side.
Unfortunately, in a completely useless position. Or fortunately, as it might be called, as I think saving would be the smart thing to do here. I mean, the Galil not great, but it gives them a bit more money into the next round. Might allow somebody to go for that AWP as their buy.
I would be surprised if the T's let him keep that going into this next round, but he's doing his best to hold on to it.
I'd be surprised if the T's could stop him at this point, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, it looks like the pause going to be coming out here for Flakes. As somebody is going to need to... Looks like Looney restarting his CS.
Yeah, no, it's... The pause, I think, on Team Ebby was used for tactical reasons. FamilyShow using it for technical reasons, not looking like they're worried at all about these few rounds lost.
Yeah, and Looney not back in the game yet. Just waiting out.
I mean, honestly, if those 3 rounds were anything to go off, I'd argue that we might still be looking at FamilyShow with a bit of a dominant performance on their CT side also. Just purely coming down to the fact that on pistols, they managed to do quite a bit of damage to the economy of Ebby. I think leaving them with 2 players on the second round and 3 players on the third, as well as acquiring a Galil.
Yeah, and if ever there was a comeback, this is what it would look like. Team Ebby finally getting their way back onto that board and doing a little bit of work to try and get their way back into this one. But this is going to be the true test. The first buy round coming in from Team FamilyShow. Just waiting on Looney here to get back into the game.
And honestly, you're going to see Team Ebby not looking particularly strong in that economic sense. If they lose this round, maybe able to get one more force broken buy-in, but really not able to do a whole lot after that. The CT is not looking great either. I mean, while they can buy M4s this round, they really couldn't afford anything else as far as I can see it. Maybe a couple of nades, but not really much to work with at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can now tell you that Looney is back in the game, but we're going to have to wait for GoTV to catch up. So we're just waiting on that one now. We're going to be getting into the first buy round of the half. This is going to be an important one.
Indeed it is. I mean, with Team Ebby actually not that far behind. I mean, for the way that the first half went, 7-11, a deficit of 4 rounds, really, it's a lot better than it could have been. If they had lost that pistol round, the match would already be over by this point.
Yeah, and 7 rounds, nothing to be sniffed at. They've done very well to get them way back into this game, winning that pistol round. However, the truer test of their ability is coming right up.
Indeed it is. Those anti-ecos not looking particularly strong leaves some doubt in the mind about how the gun rounds could go. Although this one should be slightly easier. The CT's looking... well, just looking not particularly strong. I mean, a Galil going to be picked up on YR, so we already know one of them is using something slightly subpar. I'd be surprised if we didn't see a FAMAS come out in order to make way for a kit on at least one other player.
Yeah, they're just waiting out now, and they need to get back in before they start buying up those weapons to figure out what they're going to do. But Misty buying up a pistol and armor, that's an interesting decision, if I've ever seen one. Perhaps going for a bit of a quasi-buy this round for some reason, trying to get those AWPs into play. But no, it looks like the full buy is going to be coming out here from Team FamilyShow.
Actually, I'm awfully sorry, I was wrong. We are actually going to see 3 kits coming out with FAMAS's Misty on that 5-7 as well for some reason. I can't quite understand the logic behind that. Maybe miscommunication, maybe he has a plan.
Maybe he does have a plan. I'm not sure quite what plan would involve buying yourself a FAMAS and a pistol, but Looney is back in the game, and hopefully we're going to be getting back into this game ourselves now. Just waiting on the unpause to come in, and we should be getting back into this. Don't look at that picture, kids. It's rude.
And just I thought we're going to see a couple of M4s come out, subsidised by the FAMASs, in order to get some sort of utility going with the nades and the defuse kits being picked up by those players with the weaker guns. And you're actually going to see them playing slightly more of a default setup than FamilyShow were. Oh, sorry, no, than Team Ebby were on their CT half with a player short, a player long, a player mid, and 2 on B. The player short going to get dropped quickly by Meister, though. Also picking up YR, looking for the kill on Flakes, and he finds it. That's going to be a quick 3k for him, opening up the round. King going to find Hizzy as well, just leaving Misty down there, and ERF's going to finish it off by picking Misty up, also giving Team Ebby yet another round in this half. 4 rounds so far. Played 4 rounds, 1 for their team.
And the pause comes in once again.
I think we saw the server die a little bit in that round. I can definitely tell you when Meister was pushing up short, there was quite a lot of stutter there.
Yeah, but still very good work there from Meister, opening that round up for his team, and an absolute MVP of this game. Not quite top frag in the server, but top frag of his team.
I mean, he absolutely managed to destroy them, just putting in so much work there. And I mean, he's been putting in work the whole game. We saw him with the AWP doing everything he could, and he just proved that his rifling is also quite strong. And we're going to be getting back into the game now. Match unpaused, and it's looking like the CTs are going to be going for a bit of that quasi-buy action, with pistols got up on all but one of their players, I think. Hizzy making that pistol work for him, picking up 1. Looney trying to make it work for him, but not able to do quite as much. Hex and Meister working a bit of a tag team to take him down.
Yep, and the trades do come in, but the advantage still firmly in the hands of the terrorist side here. They have all the equipment that they need, and only 1 man to contest them on that B site. They're going to be pushing in now. King, the point man, he's going to take the head off YR. That's going to be the advantage firmly in their hands now. The B site awarded straight to them. 2 smokes going onto that door, just in case the first one wasn't thick enough. And the CT's left wondering what on earth to do. Misty's going to go down. Following him quickly into the grave is Flakes, and the last man left alive now, that's Hizzy, the first man to open up this round. He's going to be the last man to close it out.
Honestly, I think it just looks like he's going for exits here. He knows he can't get a huge amount done, so he just wants to get some of that economic damage before they go into another buy round. Oh, actually, he's going to find an AK, and that is going to be enough for him to get out of there.
Yeah, get out of dodge. That's your only option now, my friend. Taking that AK into the next round could help their economy, but this round gap is closing quickly.
I mean, Team Ebby just putting in huge amounts of work. I think that's 5 in a row now. And I mean, I think that's actually better than FamilyShow managed to do on their T half opening. So as long as they don't get those 3 rounds up, we could be looking at a comeback here after all.
No doubt about it. And Team Ebby's economy looking as strong as their comeback. This is looking good. The AWP watching down middle could potentially get a pick here if he's careful. Hex just staring down those doors, waiting for that man to peek. And the rush once again coming out on B. Misty, he's the first man to see this. And he's going to be forced back into car all on his own. Meister is going to take his head off. He's going to see the second man Flake sitting in window. Going to get naded down here. Just watching in, waiting to find someone. YR with that jumping off. I'm not sure that works, buddy, but he's going to push through that door anyway. He's going to try and find himself a frag, but nothing is there for him. And Flake's putting a bit of team damage there. Take down the ERF to remedy that. But now a 4v3 situation, but the health on those CTs is not looking too good. Flakes on only 16 HP here. He is going to have to get those instant headshots if he wants to stay alive here. And
we're actually going to see the advantage shift back into the hands of the CT here as it is a 4v3. With those 2 AWPs, it's not great for a retake. And we're going to see that come true as King picks up 2. Meister getting a frag onto YR and a Hex finishing off the round beautifully with that AWP. bringing Team Ebby within 1 round of Team Family Show, looking to tie it up in this coming round.
Yeah, really nice comeback that we're seeing here from Team Ebby. Just a show of their dominance. Looney going to drop a few pistols out there. Misty even on the dualies. He can get with kill with this. And we're going to give away a sand dune in the chat.
I'm not sure I can afford that. Polofmeister starting the round off with a quick headshot onto Misty. Hex actually picking up another, trying to pick up one more, couldn't find the shot, but King could. YR dropping. Flakes is pushed right up there, but can't get anything done against that Tech 9. And Smitty J just there for the cleanup to take down Hizzy on this eco round.
And that is going to be the scores tied 11-11. This next round is going to be very important. If Team Ebby are able to take the lead after being 8 rounds down in that first half, this is going to be really quite an impressive comeback, and the damage starts already. Flakes put down onto just 36 HP from the AWP of Hex. That is some very good work, and it looks like the A execute may be coming out, but Polofmeister, he's already out of mid. He's taken down Hizzy. That's going to be a really good start. YR, he's going to follow him into the grave, and the advantage only continues for these Ts. That AWP of Looney could be the only thing standing between them and this round here. Looney is going to have to do a lot of work if he wants to hold them at bay, and Polofmeister still holding that flank. He's ready to go in for that get-right play and take them out in the back. Misty, however, he's going to chime in with the grenade kill, but Polofmeister, there he is, getting those kills, getting the ones that matter. He's going to get lit up, but he is still alive until he's going to be taken down by Misty. And Looney with a jumping kill with that AWP. I do not believe what I'm seeing. The bomb's down on the site, that there's nothing he can do. ERF is going to need to get very quick flag if he wants to contest with this. And the AUG is going to come in and take him straight down with a headshot. Looney, you're a monster.
That was a very, very scary round for Family Show. Obviously ending it with just 2 players left alive, and I mean, there was a lot more to be given away there. I mean, could have tangibly happened. They just managed to sort of luck through it and come out with the win. Both teams playing very, very close together in terms of skill here. And Hex throwing all skill away, buying up that auto sniper and picking up Flakes in the process, giving the early advantage to Team Ebby here quite firmly. King continuing that advantage with a headshot onto Misty to give them the B site. Nobody else from his team there though, and the CTs I think know it. YR quite aware there are some long still. And Looney just going to be watching that CT play. Hizzy not getting the communication though. Polofmeister's going to manage to get something done in mid there. YR and ERF just battling out on long, but nothing to be done here as B site is taken for the Ts.
Yeah, battling their way back into this game. Really a trading of rounds here. And Looney, he knows he has to save at this point. Their economy has been reset. And if they lose these weapons at the end of this round, it could be absolutely fatal for them. So they're going to need to hang on to these ones.
I mean, saying that, you'd think both players might be playing a bit closer together. Looney maybe somewhere where there's not this many angles for him to watch at once. And this could be his undoing, as I think King and Polofmeister might both try and make something happen. Looks like King might have fallen back, but Polofmeister definitely going to be on that site. He's going to pick up YR. Looney, the last left alive, really needing to save that AWP now. And he's going to try his best, but he can't. Polofmeister picking up the headshot on 3 points of health at the end of that round. And that's going to be absolutely depressing for Family Show at this point. Economy reset. Looney, the only one with any money to use.
Yeah, that is a disaster. And the pause coming in for Team Ebby. Once again, those server issues proving a bit of a problem. But hopefully that can be resolved quite quickly.
I mean, honestly, at this point, it is just... It's actually quite insane how the T-side's managing to dominate on Dust 2. I've never seen something like this before on Dust 2, where there's just so many rounds going to the same team in a row. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
The CT is not getting around this half until, what, 7 rounds into it. That's absolutely awful for them, and they must be feeling quite bad at this point. They've allowed them to tie it up, and it does look like they could end up going into overtime at this point in a very close game, looking like it's just going to be a slogfest going back and forth from this point onwards.
Yeah, absolutely, but that slog may not be able to come in for Family Show as they have no money. There's nothing they can do. Looney, he's even thrown away his pistol because he doesn't want it. He knows. He knows. Knows.
Hopefully the service issues will be sorted out soon and we can jump back into the game. It does look like the variance has come back within manageable levels at this point.
Yeah, hopefully. We don't want to see these players on unwanted conditions in this server, but sometimes you just have to concede. Just remember, this is not the JGL's fault. This is our beloved hoster. Face it. Praise be upon James Baldoff.
Honestly, I'm more of a DDK man myself, but... no, honestly, with everything going on this weekend, it's quite nice that a service like Face It exists for us to host something like this on anyway. I can't hold it against them that when their servers are under as much load as they are at the moment, there might be lag issues for those lower down in terms of priority.
Misty, we're not going to do that. That's very rude. Just
Brilliant.
to let you know, Team Nordics has beaten Team Phoenix Club in the other semi-final. So, unfortunately, my prediction of Team Phoenix Club is out. They're gone. And the winner of this game will be facing Team Nordic going into the finals, which will be hosted by myself and Kermit.
And we're going to jump straight back in. Round 25 with pistols coming out on the CT side. And I'm actually going to see Hizzy going for a very aggressive peek into B tunnels there, almost losing something for it, but unfortunately for Polofmeister, he was nading at that point, couldn't get a huge amount done. The rest of the team is just playing a very passive game, actually, wanting to not really put too much into, well, not wanting to invest too much into a specific site until they get further information. I think with that auto sniper they have watching mid, that's quite a smart idea.
Yeah, we're going to see that boost coming to no effect, and Polofmeister with the perfect spam there onto YR, and eventually it's going to be ERF that goes down. And there we go, Polofmeister is going to find that second man, putting it into a 3-on-2 situation. A really good bit of work here coming out from the CTs, but it's not going to be enough as that B site has been conceded and given straight to Team Ebby, and this looks like a 13th round on the board to me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that just comes down to Polofmeister predicting their positions perfectly there. Maybe he heard some noises coming off the car, and he definitely saw the guy going to the left of the tunnels from his perspective, so... I mean, he just made a brilliant play, and I think this round does come almost all down to individual performance.
Absolutely, ERF the only other man on that team to get a kill, but getting killed himself as well. Giving those two AK-47s straight to Team FamilyShow. That is going to help their economy if they can save these into the next few rounds. However, they are not looking good. This is going to be 13-12 in the way of Team Ebby at this point.
And honestly, it looks like the T's aren't as willing to hunt at the moment. I think they've realised their economy can still be broken. Maybe not easily, but there is still a chance of it. And as I say that, Polofmeister is going to realise he can go for the hunt because he has that aim. He is going to find Looney. Misty looking like he might be able to successfully keep hold of his AK if he can hit that shot, and he does, taking out Polofmeister for the round. But that does not matter as Polofmeister is going to be on 16k before he buys this round.
Yeah, the economy here for Team Ebby is absolutely monstrous. We're going to see double digits from 3 different players, and that spam through mid doors still proving effective. Going to take Hizzy down to 74 HP, and it may not seem like much, but the psychological advantage of that is going to be enough. And the rush onto B comes out. Hizzy, the only man here, is going to have to do the damage, but ERF's going to take his head straight off. And the B site again conceded the terrorist side. The retake is going to come in. ERF pushes straight out that window. He's going to find one. He's going to go for the second, but he's not quite going to get it. 4v3 situation here for the T's. The flank is coming in. Here comes King. He's going to take one. He's going to take two. And that is going to give his team the round. Only YR left now with a FAMAS, with some armor, and with a Dream pushing through. He's got himself into the boxes. He's going to see Hex to take him down, but the teammate Smitty J right there to trade him out. That's going to be the 14th round. Going to Team Ebby, and the economy for FamilyShow is shattered. They do not have enough for a buy here. They may have to give match point to Team Ebby here. They may not have a choice.
Absolutely, and it does not look like they're going to be willing to do that, as you can see. FAMAS coming out on Misty, upgraded pistols on a few, and an MP7 there on Flakes, just trying to keep hold of something. For once, Hex not managing to spam any of them through mid doors. But Polofmeister is going for a very aggressive push-up short. Finds YR, going to be looking for Looney coming from long. He knows sight's clear. I don't know how, but he does. King's going to pick up Misty as well on long, leaving just Looney there to get something done. And Looney's going to find King, but not be watching sight anymore as Polofmeister picks him up. ERF in mid managed to pick up Hizzy. Last there, Flakes, I was going to say last left alive was Flakes, but he got taken down also. And that's just going to be a very clean, easy round for Team Ebby there, losing one player and putting themselves on match point.
Yeah, and this could potentially be the last round for Team FamilyShow here. They've put up a good fight. A good fight may not be enough, especially with Hex putting a shot like that through onto Flakes. That could be his last taste of this semi-final. The push comes from Misty. He is going to take down one man and the bomb, but ERF trades it straight back. They pass each other in the smoke. Misty is just sitting back there in tunnels. He's going to take one, and he's going to go for the second, but he's going to get taken down by Hex. Hex now has the bomb. And it's a 3v2 situation. YR and Looney, the only men left. But Looney's going to go down to Polofmeister once again. YR, he has armor. He has a FAMAS. He has a dream. But these T's may have a different opinion. The nade comes in. 30 HP left on YR now. Match point. The end of the game could be near. He's going to see that man, but he's not going to take the shot. And ERF's going to take him down. That's the game for Team Ebby. They're going to be going through to the finals, playing for the lion's share of 5,000 face-it points.
I mean, realistically, a lot of that game can be attributed to Polofmeister. He kept them hanging on through their CT half, not managing to pick up many rounds, but managing to keep them in it mentally, I think, by just hitting some ridiculous shots. And you can see the work he did, sitting on 34 frags to 17. I think that makes it a 2 KD, which is absolutely insane.
Absolute monster of a game there. And I think we're going to be going to a quick break, and then we're going to be getting on to the final map of tonight, which is going to be Team Nordic versus Team Ebby through that epic comeback that they've managed to put in there.